Good evening, my fellow travelers on Spaceship Earth. It is I. Hey, Alfie. I just don't get a lot of light out of this light, do I? It doesn't help that I think I've lost this light, too. So 2 of my lights have gone out. The rest of them seem to be running relatively okay. Those 2 are stuck on daytime mode, though. These guys over here are stuck in Transformers mode. Hey, Merrick, how you doing? A lot of people out there today. Got lots of stuff going on. I think anything that says instructions. So, how are we all doing this evening? How is everyone? I know. So anyway, what's going on? You're going, Alfie's still doing art. Good job, Alfie. Yeah, I'm actually thinking I might cut this short too. So, it's just getting, I'm just feeling funky tonight. I'm just not like, not quite awake. Not quite, I don't know, something. I'm not feeling it tonight. Whatever that is, whatever that it is, I'm just not feeling it. So there. Your web server is being rebuilded. I'm like looking through just random folders at this point in time, just trying to see what can be put where. It's like all these miscellaneous pictures that could be fit somewhere. I'm sure. It's like all this random stuff. Wow. Good night, Alfie. See you later. I'm like looking through. I'm like, what the heck is going on? Pictures from what in the. My novels. This folder is empty. Well, that explains a great many things about my novels. Shrug. Step for uni. Page. I don't know what any of these things are. So if you're wondering, I'm kind of like going around and just poking around in these. Dink. It's like none of these are connected in any way. This is so weird. Some of this stuff is clearly from Japan. Some of this stuff is clearly I just don't even know where any of this stuff is from. It's just so weird. Oh well. I'm like looking at all these things here, and I've just got this random folder of there's like this random folder of active projects, and it's got my grandmother in it. That's not an active project. I don't even know how. Like pictures of my grandmother and my sister and my dad. That's not an active projects at all. It's like an inactive project from 100 years ago. Inactive. Some of these folders are just so weirdly out of date. It's so strange. And one thing I can do, I can let this thing go on ahead and crunch some stuff for a minute or two. There's this huge unsorted folder. It has nothing. I mean, it's like just such a mess. Everything's unsorted in here. So I figure if I make it going ahead and pull up all of the JPEGs in here, I can move all the JPEGs over, and then that'll eliminate duplicates, and then I can sort them. I do feel a little bit better when I've been drinking water, though. Also, some artwork I haven't seen in a long time. Pictures of houses. That's super useful. Pictures of people on the phone. Also super useful. I don't get it. There's just so many weird things in here. Wow, there's some pretty pictures of downtown, though. Always interesting. There's 45,000 images in here. I had no birth. Oh, see, this is an entire Star Trek directory. I don't know what it's doing. I like how much effort you're putting into your queso dip, though. I mean, I'm just saying. Well. May not be one of my smarter moves to move all of these into one spot, though. I mean, my original thought was I was going to take all of these and loop them all together into one folder, and then that would get rid of dupes. But I'm seeing like a number of pictures which are clearly from folders that, I don't know, I should figure something out here. I don't know. It's fair. So how are we doing out there, guys? Who's out here with me? I am certainly not in the mindset of which to do. You know what? I had an idea. I don't know if I can get over there. I have an idea that involves me getting to the other side of the room, which I may or may not be able to do. We'll see. I may have to make this impossible for myself. Good going me. All right, guys. If you don't hear from me in like 5 minutes, send a rescue party. What are you doing? Okay. You got your clothes?
No.
Go get your clothes.
Okay. Wait, what's in the washer?
Yes.
They're still running.
Whew, I made it. I survived. I survived. Okay. I bought this set at one point with the intention of playing it at one point in time. It's a portable set. This particular one is. But one of the things I was thinking of doing was taking these counters and scanning them in real quick so that I could do versions of these with various cars so that we could do driving things. Because I think it'd be funny to do it with Car Wars. Personal opinion. What? Sort of geeky. So we're loading this thing up on the scanner bed. Trying not to die. Process. Bad. All right. I'm putting the counters that don't want to, we don't need to scan really. The oil sligs and stuff like that. Back in here, but Interesting how many. So this will give me a lot of motorbikes and things like that. Also useful. I really don't need mines. I'm just saying. All right. Man. Now we'll just spin up the Epson scanner. I love my patrons. All right. There we go. Maybe. Let's see what happens. And one of them folded over another one. This is me waiting for a scan. Not only that, it's me waiting for a scan knowing that it had kind of botched it. That sucks. Because I can already see from the preview that one of them covered the other one. But see what it looks like when we zoom in. I mean, you know, it's not horrible. Biggest problem is that this guy covered this guy. Let's go fix that. All right, over to do the thing and fix the thing. I'll be right back. Try it again. Clearly not getting work done. Clearly not happening tonight, but that's okay. I was, but I don't have the watercolors or the space yet. And the space is covered with a whole bunch of things that need to be photographed. And I have to print that out onto watercolor paper, and my printer is out of ink. So we're at a whole bunch of things that just stop me from doing anything reasonable today. Which is all right. Up until recently, or up until a few minutes ago, I was just kind of having like not a headache, but like a low grade, dull thing. I don't know. Dull grade headache sort of thing. Also, I have a question, guys. Noticed this a couple of times today. The water coming out of the faucets was warm, very warm. And it, you know, like the cold water, turn the cold water on, and it came out warm. It cooled back down after a minute or two. Why do you do that? That is so weird. Don't do that. Okay. Well, maybe it's just that the houses are warm. I don't know. All right. Now I can switch controls. Oh, controls were up here. No, I did it that way, but I did it that way. That must be it. Because nothing's on fire, which, you know, good thing. There we go. I scanned a whole bunch of Car Wars cars in. All I need to do is just remove the gun turrets from the top of these cars. I'm in training all week for behind the wheel, and it's kind of bizarre because the training is effectively a small version of the classes that I teach all week. So it's kind of a little uncomfortable, I think, for the poor guy, because he's like, I know I'm here with a teacher who teaches this class, and I'm effectively teaching him this class. But it's cool. It allows me to do better. I also think it's pretty funny that there was a 25 question quiz and I missed 3. But it was all because of the wording, not because I didn't know the things. The questions were, as usual, slightly ambiguous, and I've noticed that is a common thread. I'll get these, the questions kind of not quite clear. Which, that's fine too. I think that's everybody who had a turret. The turrets are obvious. All these other cars, it's not so obvious. Well, no matter what, this guy always looked like a shuttle pod to me. I don't even know. I don't know what kind of car it was, but I'd drive this car because it just looks like a shuttle pod. I'm like, I'm in. Just saying, I'm in. It's a thing. Motorcycles are important. You need to know not to, run Brent off the road. Please do not run Brent off the road. Brent thanks you. Just saying. Good night, my friend. We'll see you later. Thanks for joining us for a little while. Sleep well. Hmm. This around these cars. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like a rally of some sort. You just got cars everywhere. A long time ago, I bought Car Wars and never really played it. I just drove the cars around a lot and realized that I'm pretty much doing the same thing right now. I mean, these are the most 80s looking cars that ever existed. They're just the best. Oh, hey, look, Astronet Online's back up. We got to figure out what we're doing with Astronet Online. I have a whole bunch of like random stories to say on there, which would be really cool, but we need to get them on there somehow. It's all right. There's no hurry right now because my priorities are to get into school and get started. So and frankly, get out of the situation that I'm in right now, get to a new spot, a new place in life, and we'll be back to normal and everything will be fine. Not stopping working on Bellatrix Rising. In fact, I have been continuing to work on Bellatrix Rising even with it not being this. I just keep writing stuff down in pieces of paper somewhere and taking pictures of it and shuffling it into the folder and everything else. So Bellatrix Rising's not dead. It's just on hold while I get started. I'm doing a whole lot of life change all at once right now. So until that's ready to happen, it's going to be a minute or two. Oh, good. I didn't know the quack site was off, but that's cool. Thank you, my friend. As always, your efforts are always greatly appreciated. Yeah, as I was saying, I can already tell I'm going to regret this. All right. Should have done this before. Putting these guys all in the same place because I think they've just put dust and dirt on each other. I didn't quite see it until I saw this guy right here. And I was like, well, this didn't cut clean. Not like I should have expected that they would have. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I hear that. One thing I've noticed is none of the Car Wars cars have rear view mirrors. Or side mirrors, I guess I should say door mirrors. I'm just saying. Hey, Colt. How you doing, Colton? I was saying, just noticing Car Wars cars just don't have mirrors on the sides. I don't know. Just saying, it's kind of illegal. I guess when you're already loaded up with guns and stuff, probably not that worried about their legality, but, you know, still. Safety, guys. Safety. Cool. You can join us for about an hour if you want. I'm staying up for one more hour, and then we're all probably going to pitch in, but if you want to join us for the hour, that'd be great. There's a Colton. Hey there, Colton.
Good afternoon.
How you doing?
Not too bad. Just trying to get this sent over to my actual computer since I was using it at work.
Oh, yeah. I know that one.
Anyways, okay.
I'm going to take these Car Wars cars and make my own cars, but use this as sort of an idea of sizes and shapes and stuff.
Oh, cool.
Because then once I have this little like lexicon of cars and bikes and stuff, I can use them whenever I'm trying to illustrate things and stuff. And, you know, I'm going to start a YouTube channel on driving, I think, which I've been meaning to do for a while. This isn't new. This is just, you know, just getting to it now.
Right.
So, but I'm kind of burned out on all of the scanning and stuff that I've been doing. I'm so over it.
Been doing a lot of that, that's for sure.
Yeah, I am so over it. I mean, it's not going to stop me. I got to keep going, but
take a break.
No, I can take a little bit of a break tonight. And today I drew a really cool picture. I don't know if you saw it.
No.
Okay, well, I'll show it to you. Hang on. Because it was here. It's quite a few ways back now, isn't it? Well, fine. Be that way. Hang on.
I did learn this, though. You know
Do
that
what?
tablet I have?
Uh-huh.
The Wacom 16?
It is pretty cool.
It is, except for it is now officially out of date.
Oh. That bites.
Yeah, it won't. I'm still trying to figure it out why it won't do what I want it to, but
Yeah, there we go.
it's saying that it doesn't have the presets to do Windows 11.
Oh man, that sucks. Well, this is the drawing I drew today, so you can take a look at it.
Ooh, that's cool. Baseball.
Yeah, I picked a random picture from my prompt directory and then was trying to do action, like really good action. So I ended up with this, which I think is pretty good. I'm actually proud of myself. It's a pretty good action pose. So there you go.
Yeah, it is.
that was my today's thing that I was so proud of. Like, hey, look at me doing good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had a picture of a girl winding up like that, you know. And I was like, this is a cool picture. I'll use this as a prompt. And so I drew it, but I wanted to push it. So I pushed it a little bit further than it was. A little bit more dramatic, you know, get a little further down the line with it, you know. That was cool. That kind of stuff. So that was what I ended up with. So how's school going?
Good. Just trying to get some stuff done for school, and same old.
Awesome. I haven't heard from my school yet, which is well to be expected.
Well, it's still the beginning of the semester, and they're going for next semester, right?
Yeah, I'm going for spring though.
Yeah, since you're going for spring, you're probably not going to hear anything for a little bit.
Yeah, they said 4 to 6 weeks.
Yeah, well, 4 to 6 weeks, and they're trying to get all the new school stuff this semester finished up first, probably before they.
Well, maybe couple of things. One, I noticed that the classes for spring semester open on the 10th. So I'm kind of like, well, yeah, but you kind of have to, like, I still have to meet with an advisor, and we have to discuss, you know, what am I doing? Am I clapping out of things? You know, like, there's a lot of stuff still to do. So kind of like,
I get that.
Hope they figure it out relatively soon.
Oh, I got the wrong thing. That would explain a lot.
Kablam.
Yeah. I found that out today, and I got to figure out why my tablet's not working properly, but oh well. We'll figure something out.
Yeah.
Which panel are we working on next? Yeah, I'm gonna go for this one. Now I gotta get these 50 concepts done so I can start working on the final ones.
Right.
Yeah, this week it's all these have a certain symbol on them, and you gotta draw a picture off of it.
Oh,
if you can see those.
Yeah.
Like the number 2, an X, an S, an archway, things like that. It's a whole method. And then you just got to come over. Like, this is what my teacher did. Just give us kind of like ideas. Like, this is what he did. You know, like, oh, okay, I get it. Which actually kind of helps when you're kind of looking at some of these numbers, like letters or whatnot. Like, I don't know what to do for this. You kind of flip his and back, and you're like, oh, okay, I see what you're trying to go. I see what you mean by using S curve for this piece or whatnot.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's do the 50 thumbnails off of each of these, and then pick 2 of them and take them to semi-finish.
Yikes.
Which is just grayscale, but still, I'm just like, trying to think of anything and everything right now. It's just kind of like, fuck.
Yeah. Still rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I follow.
Well, he did say this. Is if you are trying to build worlds, though, with these, like, it's a good thing if you're a person that likes building worlds, think of the worlds that you're trying to build and use those as your prompts. I'm like, Hey, Brent's working too. Good job, Brent.
He's over there crying silently in his beer.
Crying into his beer.
It's kind of like, there's nothing else we can do now. He's been blowing up servers and things like that all week, so.
Oh, he's in the server thing. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, I'm afraid he's just like, that's it. I'm gonna cry in my beer now. Except without the beer.
But yeah, I'm kind of going off the original 2 ideas that I created while we were in RTG back in the day.
That's cool.
I still would love to actually make those actually a thing.
Yeah.
Like, I had a whole bunch of comic book ideas, and I was like, oh, that'd be actually be a good way to kind of tackle this project.
Yep.
Kind of do what you're doing with like Basic Rising.
Yeah. Well, world building is one of the things I've been really enjoying with Bellatrix Rising.
That's one of my things. I always liked that part. That's why I was like, yeah, I should just try that. See where I can get with that one.
Yeah, I keep building extra world building for extra reasons.
I know. Brent has to watch you make star charts.
I know. What was so funny as I was scanning in old spiral notebooks and like from the 80s and the 90s in my world, because apparently that was my medium du jour for working for these, spiral notebooks. And lo and behold, there's a whole bunch of star charts in there. And like, well, gotta make sure that Brent sees these someday. It's like
no more star charts
since the 80s. Apparently that's what I'm stuck in. Yeah. The light's too bright. I can't see anything with little rings of black now. Well, I've got 2 dead smart bulbs, and that's the problem. This one and this one right back here. So they happen to be the ones that happen to be dying, happen to be the ones that are right around me that I use to light myself up for the show. And so I'm in the dark for right now until but I'm going to be reorganizing this entire area. So I'm kind of like, don't really want to mess with it at this point. It's like, I just don't want to fix those at this point.
So no Kane tonight?
No, he hasn't been here in a while.
I thought he usually does the night streams, that's why.
Yeah, he does, but he's recently had sort of problems with it, so he's been working a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's kind of...
Well, he's kind of on the farm life too, so he kind of has to be awake and early in the mornings usually.
Yeah, he's been doing a lot of the working thing and all kinds of stuff. It's just been rough.
Mm-hmm.
So and I feel for him.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree.
And I'm just going around here now, and I'm really just so unmotivated tonight. It's one of those nights where I'm just really not motivated at all.
I wasn't there for a minute, and then I saw you were on. I was like, I feel like drawing now.
Right? Might as well get here. Which is cool.
Yeah. I was like, I don't really feel like drawing tonight. And then I saw you on. I was like, I should probably get some stuff done at least. Attempt to.
Yep. Yeah.
I was playing Baldur's Gate 3.
Adulting sucks.
It does. I hate it.
Yep. And all the things that were punishments as kids are things you're looking forward to now. Like, I'm going to make you take nap time. Right? As a kid, you're like, no, I'm not doing nap time. Adulting, I'm like, oh, good. Thank God. You know? If you don't...
I'm some of those ones, like, I don't want to take naps because I just feel like I just got, like, I didn't do what I was supposed to do today.
Right? But I mean, like, just thinking about this, I'm like, all those things that when you were a kid, you were like, no. Now it's like, wait, no, that's actually not so bad.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
No, usually if I ever take naps, it's usually I'm like, my body really needed that. I guess we're taking it.
Yeah, but I mean, like, timeouts, right? If you keep misbehaving, Colton, I'm going to make you stop working.
Please.
You know what I mean? Think about it.
Right.
We're going to lock you in your room with a book. And you're not allowed to come out.
Ooh, the horrors for you.
All these things that were like things that the punishments as kids, they're like things where like, please do that. Just please.
Can I have just like 5 minutes alone, please? No?
Right?
Okay.
Right? I get to stop for a minute and nobody wants me to do anything and nobody's going to yell at me because I didn't do stuff.
It's like those videos of like the moms hiding in the closets and the kids are like, why are you hiding from us? Because I need my mom time. Go away. I need you. Just leave me alone for 5 minutes.
Right? Right. That's the other one. You know, it's like, I even say this to my kids all the time. And it's like, because in my classes, we're not supposed to have cell phones. So we have to put our cell phones in these specially designed pouches that are copper lined. They make small Faraday cages. In solidarity, I will put my phone in here too, but you should probably know that I consider this to be actually a nice thing because nobody can ask me to do stuff.
Everybody's trying to talk to me right now.
Right?
Oh, I don't have to answer these phone calls?
Right?
Awesome. Consider it done. No, it was funny. I did like quick thumbnails for the last week.
Mm-hmm.
And my teachers reply back to me and was like, you might want to fill those out a little bit more. I think you'd get more of your planning process done. I was like, you don't realize how much the planning process is already done in my head.
Right.
But at the same time, if I said that, I already knew what his answer was going to be. He's like, well, your art director would not. I'm like, yeah, I get it. All right, you got me there. I already knew his answer. I was like, I'm not even going to say anything. I'm just going to be quiet. I'm like, all right, thanks for the review.
Right.
You're right. The person I'm handing this off to would probably look at it as like, what's this chicken scratch? It was funny. I was talking to some of my teachers yesterday. We were just making jokes, and they're like, "Yeah, never send something over if you're not willing to finish it." I'm like, "Why?" It's because that's usually the one they're gonna pick is the one that you don't want to do.
Right.
I'm like, "Good point. Valid point." Oh, yep. Like an angry Pac-Man.
Angry Pac Mule. What?
It's an angry Pac-Man.
Oh, Angry Pac-Mans. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, see, he drew like this little guy fighting this like big. I see now that it's a worm coming out of the ground right here.
Like a desert worm, but yeah.
Yeah, but if you just look at it, if you don't even think about the next part, you're just like, it's an angry Pac-Man fighting this dude. Oh, I see what you're doing. Okay, you're doing prize.
I am now officially spun out.
Spun out.
Yeah, I just like stopped working.
Oh, I was like, did you spin out your cars?
No, I'm just kind of like sitting here going, wee. No, I'm done.
Mm-mm-mm.
I was doing stuff, but not anymore.
That's fair.
Now I'm just sorting crap. Which is not bad. I mean, stuff needs to be sorted.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also having a real problem with. Good night, Brent. We'll see you later. Having a real problem with
Hey, Brent.
like the my OneDrive. It keeps getting stuck saying there's no space. There's not enough free space.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, that's fine, but it's not uploading a whole bunch of 170K pictures. So it's like the whole folder is like 3 megs. And I'm like, why are you having a problem with this? The whole folder is 3 megs. And he's like, there's not enough space for it. 900 gigs of my 1 terabytes used up. So it's still got space. I just don't know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
But it's stopped synchronizing. So now I can't make it. It won't synchronize until I fix the space problem. So I'm just going to have to go through there and just, I guess, kill everything off, whether I like it or not. Excuse me. Oh, man. All of a sudden, I'm allergic to something. I'm allergic to you, Colton.
Probably.
Always happens. It's the worst. Only pictures of the 2 of us getting married, I've just discovered. It's kind of interesting. My dad was at the courthouse. It's always weird looking back at. So these are all, something's wrong with this particular folder. And so I'm trying to figure out what's the problem with the folder specifically.
Like the folder for OneDrive?
Well, no, it was a bunch of pictures that were off of my dad's camera. So he had a whole bunch of chips. And so I was taking the chips and, you know, I'm taking everything off the chips and just throwing them into this directory. And in doing so, was trying to, oh, this is funny. So I went on a photo safari with my dad, and he's got pictures of me getting pictures of him. I'll find that photo safari and make sure that all the pictures are together. Dad's version to my version. There's something funny about two people aiming their cameras at each other and taking pictures. I get such a kick out of it. I'm easily entertained as well, is what it is. Just easily entertained. So
that's never a bad thing,
right? We all knew I was easily entertained. Get some pretty good pictures of the kiddo. When the kiddo was really, really tiny. Like less than a couple of, wow, that's a really close picture of the kiddo. I'd forgotten that the kiddo had blue eyes. Right off the bat. They've gone hazel since then. That's Oahu. I've been to Oahu. So, when was this taken? This will give me something I can work with. June 6th, 2010. Mike and Diane photo safari. Unfortunately, my pictures of Dad were way, way, way close up. Because his pictures are, you can see me, and not my pictures. I just took a picture of his lens, and the only way you could tell it's my dad is because it's his hand on the lens, and you can tell by the ring he's wearing and stuff, you know. But it's a super close up. I was having way too much fun with that particular picture, I think. But that's all right. That's interesting. That's all right. It was on the same thing. So, new folder. Here's the Arizona Memorial. Well, it's a picture of my sister and my grandmother. It's a good picture of both of them, actually. When in the world was that taken? Yeah, I was going to say, that's 2001. I'm like, my grandmother passed away in like 05. Why is it here with the 06 or with the 2010 pictures?
The mysteries.
The mystery. Well, not that much of a mystery. 2001. Legitimately, also, I'm kind of like sitting there going, my sister, post 9/11 was on duty. So this had to have been, Yep, August 26th. So it was just before 9/11.
Mm-hmm.
This one has a different icon on it. What does that icon mean?
Something fancy.
Yeah, because like all of these are getting the check mark that something is working right, but that they're uploading correctly.
Mm-hmm.
But this one has what looks like a file box.
Hmm.
Oh, look, it's my grandmother again. My grandmother's almost smiling. They almost got her.
Mm-mm-mm.
My grandmother always thought that her smile looked silly.
Okay.
For whatever reason. I have no earthly idea why. But for whatever reason, she thought her... And so every picture, I'm not kidding, all the way back to her teenage years in the 1920s, every picture of her, she's like straight-faced with no smile.
Just anger all the time.
Right. Which is funny because she actually was a very jovial, pretty fun person. Laughed a lot, did a lot, but she was super aware of when someone hauled out a camera. And as soon as they did, her face just went slack. So we're sitting here like that was like this thing of us. We're all like, we've got to figure out how to get a picture of her smiling. Because we didn't agree, she didn't look silly to us. She looked fine to us.
Mm-hmm.
It's just very interesting. It's kind of humorous and funny.
Oh, yeah.
Mm. What's going on here? Because I'm seeing a handful of these. This is the folder that started the whole problem. So this folder was the one that really borked everything in the system. And so I'm trying to figure out if something's in here that, really borked it. What I need to do is just sort by details, by date. I need date modified here and sort by that date. long did Dad have this camera? These pictures are from 1998. I guess that makes some sense, sort of. Maybe? I don't know. We'll see. I actually think that these aren't. I think what's happening is that the camera defaulted to this date because it's amazing how many things happened on the very, very last day of the year in 1998. That's conspicuous. A little conspicuous there. 160 files from that. I'm like, yeah, I think Dad just never set. That was when Dad finally set the date. Was after this. I have a feeling this is all. Although there's a picture of my dad actually tootling around his shop. Well, that's good. Nice to have that picture. Means I can probably trust these a little bit more. So I have yeah, because I mean this looks little bit more like it. Like I think that these all belong in the same folder, and I just haven't figured it out because I just got my first digital camera just after 9/11. So I mean, like prior to that, I was running film on everything. So these dates I think are more accurate. Unfortunately, I just don't have the resolution.
Don't like that.
I'm just sitting here sorting pictures.
Nice.
That's what I'm doing.
I'm just drawing away.
Sounds like a thing. Well, the good news is I'm sorting stuff I've been meaning to sort for 100 years too. So there's that.
Progress. That's fine.
Yeah. A picture of me at work.
Nice.
Back in the day.
Back in the day.
Yeah. Let's see if I can do that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Right? Me in my classroom.
Before you had white hair.
Before I had white hair. It's because you see these guys in the front?
Mm-hmm.
They gave me the white hair.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying. These were my kids, man.
That's awesome.
Complete with their sailor safe coup.
Mm-mm.
It wouldn't be so bad, except that they really do wear those uniforms. Like, you see that in all of the anime, and you're like, there's no way. Yeah, no, they really do.
No, it's true.
It's so funny. Anyway, yeah.
That was what. There's some customers at our work that they work with a company that's in Japan on occasion, so they know Japanese. As soon as I told them I visited Japan, they all switched over to Japanese. It's like, I am not that fluent. Oh no, please do not. It like freaked me out. I was like, oh no, no, hold up, what? We're not playing this right now.
Right. Not that maybe, just a little bit, please.
I would love to. Don't get me wrong, but I am definitely not that person right now for you. It was funny.
That's funny.
They're really nice though. They're really cool guys. I feel like all my ideas are generic right now. Oh, we got like 8 minutes anyways, that's fine.
Only one day there was a trip to Galveston, I guess. That's only one, and we get one picture. I think I might have gotten more. So I think I went with him on this trip.
Mm-hmm.
I think Dad only took one picture, which is kind of funny. I think I took a whole lot more than that. I'll have to figure it out. I even got a picture of Dad at this party. I got a picture of Dad's eye. That's good. That's why I'd never be allowed to. Like, I don't know. Like, it's particularly funny here. I'm looking at this. I'm like, what was I taking pictures of? So I had Dad's camera somehow.
5 minutes remaining.
On this. I'm not sure how exactly I ended up with Dad's camera, but I did. So there's that.
Mm-hmm.
And I took a picture of close up of Dad's eye. And he was giving me the evil eye, but it was kind of messed up because it's too close. I had a great relationship with my father, but it was a little weird.
It always seemed like you and your dad did well together, though.
All the way up to like the last of his life, I have a lot of pictures of just like super close up of his eyeball. I don't know why, but like I noticed that that's a thread that kind of goes through all the pictures I ever took of him. I was like, I don't know what my problem was. I have no idea. I'm sure it makes sense somewhere on, but I don't know. Oh, those are me. Oh, I know these people.
These people look familiar.
You're right. I seem to think I know these people. Where did I meet these people once? My stepmom making the kid conk out completely, which was actually quite the feat, making my kid go to sleep. That was hard. Kiddo did not like sleeping early on. Once I break these down into smaller pieces, it seems like the OneDrive isn't having as big of a problem.
Oh, you break them down smaller?
Yeah, once I start sorting, because right now what I'm doing is all of these things were things that Dad did, you know, and just took pictures of with his camera. Okay, no problem. I'm just sorting them into the family pictures directory with their correct, you know. I made this folder, and Mike and Jane go to Florida to see Tara. Tara is one of Jane's best buddies, so I can tell that's Tara. I can tell that that's Dad and Jane that went to Florida. So I just made that there, and since I know when the pictures were taken, I just sort them by that, and so that all works.
Nice.
You know, and it's pretty straightforward. So I'm just folding them in here. And when I do, each one of those individual folders is only like, 14, 15 pictures or whatever in each piece. So it's kind of cool. Because then they do seem to sort whenever we do that. I do like that I got Dad's pictures sorted in with my pictures from that photo safari. That actually kind of makes me happy. Because I think that's the last time Dad and I went on a photo safari together. And so it's kind of nice to have all of the pictures together from our last time out. Because Dad and I were both photographers. And so that's something we enjoyed doing,
Right.
And so it was like a thing we would do. We'd all go out and find a place, and we'd take our cameras and see who could take cool pictures, and what would be, and then try to like show each other techniques. And I mean, like, it was a very non-competitive thing. Like, we'd go out and like, hey, look at this flower. Let's see what we can do to, and he'd be like, well, drop your f-stop and open your shutter up a little bit more, and you'll get a better depth of field. And you know what I mean? Like, things like that. He just like, and then I'd be like, oh yeah, it's great, but set your ISO for a different setting, and you can, he's like, wow, I didn't know that. It's like all this cool, and it was just like a lot of fun, something I really enjoyed doing. And so kind of nice to have all of those pictures in the same place,
Right. That's cool you had those memories with him, though.
Do what?
That's cool that you had those kind of memories with him.
Especially since things kind of went south after this with the company, and I ended up having to leave and come back up here. Well, I didn't end up, but I ended up coming up here instead because mostly because Mariah wanted to come up here, which was fine. I mean, that wasn't...
Oh, like Denver or whatnot? Or...
Yeah, Denver, yeah. And so we all wanted to... So we came up here and did that. And let's see if there's any bad pictures. Yeah. So we came back to Denver, and that was cool. And then the company fell apart, which was kind of a bummer. It's so funny looking at my kid, like, days, because the kid now is tall and lean, and of course as an infant their head was round. So I'm like, there is like, I can see what would ultimately become my child in this face, but it is really weird looking at this face and going, wow, that was once the same kid that I just told to go do their laundry and
change their diapers.
Talking about lean, No, we're talking about memories. Oh, tall and lean. Oh, tall and lean. Yeah. My child is tall and lean now because my child is 13. But I'm going through and sorting pictures of my child, and these are all pictures of when they were an infant, and only, like, I think at this point they were 7 months old. So I was like, it's so weird because their face right now is really narrow, but back then it was round and cherub like. It's just very cute. It was a very different thing. That's all. Yeah, good kid. Little weird, little strange, but in general good. I like Maul and Lean though. I mean, there are times. Could be Maul and Lean. Oh, this is a ton of pictures that Grandpa just took of the kid. I'm noticing we've got an entire set of Grandpa pictures here. It's funny. Like, it's pictures of the kid, and then it's pictures of, you can see Dad's hand as he's like reaching around to try to turn the kid to look back at the. He just took pictures of his hand. Oh man, sure do miss my dad. Quite the character. What you working on tonight, Dookie Man? That just seems like a name. That's a name. Bathing my child in the sink. Yet another rite of passage. There are pictures of me being bathed in a sink as well, so it seems like a thing that just got to happen somewhere along the line. You just got to have the bathing in the sink. Oh, it's Auntie Gia. Sure, an awful lot of pictures of the kid, and not any pictures of like the rest of us. I know where my father's priorities are. Grandchild, man. Grandchild.
Gotta have those priorities.
Right? He's got priorities, man. He's got priorities. $151 pictures of my kid.
Jeez.
This cracks me up. Dad was a character. Oh, hey, look, it's all of us. We did get a picture of all of us.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Dad, my sister, me, Mariah, the kiddo, Emma Jane. A whole bunch of pictures.
Oh, that's half. I can do the other half tomorrow.
You're like, I'm done.
I know, I hit that point. I was like, I hit the wall.
Oh, wait. I'm going to share this picture. This is the best one. There we go.
Who's the real baby?
Look at my dad, who's like, well, here I am.
That's awesome.
Well, what had happened, I think, was because the kid was starting to crank, and I was like, "Oh no, don't cry, don't cry!" Wah! And then, of course, somebody took the picture, and my dad's like, "Well, that picture's permanent." Oh boy, he put up with a lot from me. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say is he put up with a lot from me. And despite that, well, not even despite that, he put up with a lot from me anyway, just because he was a goofy guy. Good fella. And it's kind of nostalgic, but also kind of sad going through here. All these pictures, you know.
Right.
Looking through all these pictures and going, ah, there's that thing and there's this thing, and you know. Well, that was good because that actually, after that, we moved back up here. So that was the last set of pictures. No wonder he took 151 of them. It was the last set of pictures before we moved. So that explains a great many things. Okay, now I'm confused. Because we moved back in July, but this picture was taken in August, and there I am in the background working on a laptop. I am clearly in here. Wonder if he set his. I'm not the only weirdo here. He just took a picture like up his best friend's nose there. The only weirdo.
It was for reference.
Right. I'm sure that was not quite as intentional as it ended up looking, but I really should just stop here and go to bed. And that clears everything out from 2010, so that's good because I can sort 2011 later. And putting all of these into the family photos helps a whole lot.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so just so that we can share funny things, because this is important, this is probably the best picture of my child ever. I'm just saying.
It looks like he's like.
But read the shirt.
Oh my
Center of the universe. Me. He's like, me. This is by far one of the best pictures. Okay, that was good. That was funny. I'm easily entertained. Easily entertained by my child. Just saying. It's all right. Here's a picture of my buddy's child at the same time.
With the plunger.
So this is my cohort in crime, Troy, whom I know you're at least familiar with. He was filming a movie about he was making a little movie about kids getting into trouble. And so the whole point was that the kid flushed himself down the toilet and he had to use the plunger to get the kid back out. This is an absolutely clean plunger. I mean, it's a brand new plunger from the store that he bought for this as a prop because he didn't want to risk getting any used plunger anywhere near his children. But he was willing to go out and pay whatever $6 for a new plunger to just to get the joke. If he plunged the plunger and then got the kid out, using the plunger. And so the kid was totally on board with this plan. It was particularly funny. So, but yeah, that particular kid is the same age as my kid. So their twins are the same age as my kid. I think they're 6 months older or something like that. So they're not very much older at all. So for the entirety of all three of their lives, the three of them have just grown up together. And since we go over there every week on Friday night to watch movies, my kid goes over and just hangs out with those two and has since they were born almost.
Right.
So they're effectively family. So it doesn't make any difference, They go play games and we watch movies. We're in the middle of watching Star Trek Strange New Worlds right now.
Nice.
Which makes me remarkably happy. But yeah, it's one of those entertaining things where all of these funny, bizarre little pictures that I've got that are just weird. I'm looking in here because I know I've got somewhere in here. I've got the great pictures of the three of them together. Because there's one in here where it's just all three of these guys. Oh, I know where that is. So.
Oh, there we go. All right, I'm gonna get out.
I know. I'm out. I've got to go to bed. We both got to go to bed. We should just be sleepy people. Good night, my friend. Thank you for joining me. And everybody else, Dookie Man, I think we lost him somewhere along the line. But I appreciate you joining us for a little bit there, Dookie Man. Hope you have a wonderful day and a wonderful evening, depending on where you are. And my friend, I'll see you later. For everybody else, keep your eyes on the stars. Good night.